Greetings. After 1 week of the Trump administration, I saw no surprises whatsoever. It was a calculated display of legislative evil that went exactly how it was written in Project 2025. America's open for business. Everything and everyone's for sale. Today's Sunday, January 26, 2025. Let's do this. It's pretty fucking basic. One doesn't fire 18 inspectors general in the middle of the night over the weekend unless one plans on being corrupt and trying to hide things that one knows is wrong. This is what you voted for. There are no surprises here. He did the exact same thing, the exact same way in his first term. The only difference being that he fired the inspectors general one at a time once they tried to investigate his cabinet. And Elaine Chao, Betsy DeVos, and Mike Pompeo were all beneficiaries of fired IGs. And all three were done over Twitter in the middle of the night on a Friday, Saturday morning. I read there were 5 in total, but I specifically remember those 3. So law and order for thee, but not for me. It's obviously illegal to fire anyone without cause, let alone congressional law enforcement installed to protect the checks and balances between the branches of government. Congress requires 30 days notice before firing an IG. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court has given Der Fuhrer absolute immunity, so he doesn't have to worry about pesky laws that aren't worth enforcing, like, the Hatch Act or the Emoluments Clause or the 14th Amendment, which made it unconstitutional to even put his name on another ballot, let alone take the highest office in the land again. The Republican Party is a crime syndicate. Law and order for thee, not for me. And why in the hell is Hitler with a dementia still holding campaign rallies? He can't have a third term unless the party of endless fascism changes the fucking rules for him again. And Tennessee Congressman Andy Ogles submitted the legislation to change the 22nd Amendment. His proposal was full of Nazi propaganda lies that the public have accepted. It said President Trump's decisive leadership stands in stark contrast to the chaos, suffering, and economic decline America's endured over the past 4 years. It's imperative that we provide President Trump with every resource necessary to correct the disastrous course set by Biden. And in just a few short days, President Trump has already taken action to undo the catastrophic policies of the Biden administration and put the United States back on the path to strength and prosperity. Joe Biden restored ethics, compassion, and dignity to the office of the president. His administration cut child poverty in half, first thing, before the Republicans blocked his child tax credit. And even without congressional cooperation, they managed to get crime and unemployment to its lowest levels in over 50 years. Since before Reaganomics started recklessly spending with the government black card and created this bullshit trickle-down grift that they've used to run up $35 trillion of debt by stealing from our unborn grandchildren. Every last penny has gone to tax cuts and war profiteering, and contrary to popular belief, it's a lot less costly, both morally and financially, for the country to feed and give health care to poor people than to watch Bezos, Zuckerberg, and Musk race to become the first trillionaire. If the pro-life Republicans really wanted to protect the unborn, they'd stop running up the damn debt for the billionaire oligarchs. All of the country's disastrous catastrophes would be solved if they just taxed the fucking rich. The current grift is the mass deportation scam. and it's going to create a large pot of money to steal from, and yet no one will be held accountable when a bunch comes up missing and we're 50 trillion in debt. And this is just another sequel to the same old tired horror movie. So why isn't this common knowledge? I heard Lindsey Graham lie about it again this morning on Meet the Press. Republicans commonly point to the Minneapolis riots and blame Antifa and left to counterbalance their secret shame about January 6th, because deep down they know the truth and they just prefer to lie about it. But according to The Guardian, Ivan Harrison Hunter, a Texas right-wing extremist, bragged about helping set the fire and then was seen shooting 13 rounds into the building. And according to court documents and an online DOJ report, Ivan Hunter, 24, he'd now be 28, I guess, admitted to traveling from San Antonio, Texas to Minneapolis with the intent to participate in a riot. Hunter is a self-described member of the Boogaloo Boys, a loosely connected group of individuals who espouse violent anti-government sentiments, which is legal DOJ speak for right-wing militia. The term Boogaloo itself references an impending second civil war in the United States and is associated with violent uprisings against the government. On the night of May 28, 2020, Hunter was captured on video discharging 13 rounds from an AK-47 style semi-automatic rifle into the Minneapolis Police Department's 3rd Precinct building. At the time of the shooting, there were other individuals believed to be looters still inside the building. Law enforcement recovered from the scene discharged rifle casings consistent with an AK-47 style firearm. So fuck this Nazi propaganda bullshit. How many times have you heard Republicans push this lie with impunity whenever confronted with right-wing terror? And even the supposed liberal media doesn't even question this blatant lie. Kristen Welker sat and watched Lindsey Graham tell it again, and just, fact-checking isn't censorship. It's free speech, too. And if you're a journalist, it's your fucking job. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. That's all I got this time. Feel free to like and subscribe. And remember, if you speak the truth, you're always right. Peace.